Hey everyone, it's Sophia. I'm back in the yard. I'm going to try today to finish my pallet projects. The problem is that it rained all day Saturday and into the night into today. So the soil is wet. It's not drenched, but it's wet. The good thing is that the pallet got a good soak and a good wash. So let me show you where I'm at, and then I'm going to explain to you what I'm going to do today. So here we are again with my pallet. So this is where I left you off, where I had one pallet that was complete. And this is super solid. I've been jumping on it like a maniac and nothing bulged. It doesn't even move a little bit. So today, as I say hello to the dog who's complaining, I'm not paying attention to her. Hello, baby. Hello. I know you're on the short line right now. I know. I'll make it longer. Don't worry. Today I have to separate most of the leftover boards that are here so that I have a good stack of those so that I can install them in there. I don't want to do one at a time like I did yesterday or Friday, because that was kind of like making no sense. It takes more time. So I'm going to remove all the boards on this one. That way I have a stack of board and I can just go ahead and plug them in. I'm probably going to need more pallets because some of the boards that I have are not good. I'm going to explain to you the issue with the yard a little bit. So there's a spout right here that comes from the garage, and of course when it rains the water comes here. So one of the things I need to do is divert that water back to the back of the yard. And like I said, this was never landscaped, and we have a natural source in the back. So you see all of this sogginess, right? This is the back of the garage. You probably can see some of the water that's over there. The issue has been compounded by the fact that my neighbor here has built this addition to his house, and that has been going on for about 8 months now. And they dug a basement, but apparently they dug the basement too low. So for now, they have a sump pump and they're pumping the water in the back of their yard. And because we're on a slope, in addition to the natural source that I have in the back of the yard, that everybody has on the block, I'm getting all of his water as well. Eventually, when he landscapes the yard, he's going to put a French drain and he's going to carry that water to the front of his house into the sewage. So that would be nice, but it's not happening right now. The other issue is the water that comes from the driveway right here. And because it rained, I can show you some of that. So you see some of the stuff that you see right here is basically all of the stuff that's been transported by the water, and the water kind of pools here. Now because I've raised this and I've raised this a little bit, the water kind of stayed here, which is a good thing. Not for the watermelon, because obviously they're not going to grow, but what I may be able to do is kind of like build a ditch here eventually and fill it with gravel and have all of the water kind of like go in there. But that doesn't stop the problem I have over here and all the way in the back. The only solution for this yard, since some of you have asked about this, is to, you see here there's about a foot worth of concrete. The only solution would be to raise the yard all the way up here, or even all the way up to the cobblestone. Hello, kitty. And fill it with gravel, literally fill it with gravel. Then build a retaining wall up to here and fill the rest with topsoil. And then at that point I can do a grass. If I want to do a lawn, if I want to do another deck, I can do that. But that would require French drainage all the way around the yard, going all the way there onto the front of the property. So that's going to be very expensive. We're not doing that right now. All right, so since I don't particularly care to work in the sun today, since I almost passed out the other day, I brought one pallet in the garage. I'm just going to go ahead with my crowbar and remove all of those boards, at least the ones that I know I can use, at which point I'm going to re-nail them into the pallets. So I was able to salvage 4 boards from one pallet. The next step is to remove the nails, the old nails. Now, You see how those nails are a little bit different? The issue here is that the pallets have been constructed with nail guns. So the nails are very difficult to remove. Hence, these boards are very difficult to remove. I'm dripping with sweat right now. And here you go. I have one pallet that I built yesterday, and here's the second one. So I have 2 areas done. All of this to go. What I'm gonna do right now is probably take this board right here. It's still good. Take it out and just move it to the left a little bit. Whew, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. It is super, super hot and humid. I am dripping. I've only done 1 row so far. Let me show you. So this is where I'm at. This entire row right here is done. See that? The whole row. So what I did is that, if you don't recognize it, that it's changed a little bit, it's because I had to move pallets around. All of these here, the 2 rows here are 40, and then these are 42 and 43. And the reason why I did this is because I have too many of the 42s and not enough of the 40. But if I have extra 42s, then I can cut the length of the boards to fit the 40s. I don't know if I'm making sense on this one. So now that I've done this row, I'm gonna start working on this one. I have to take some boards from these 43 and I'm gonna rip them. It's easier for me to do that rather than removing those and pushing them to the side and then filling in the gaps. I'd rather rip them with the saw, the electric saw. It goes faster. Let me show you what I did here. This is an example of what I've done. Where, see the gray ones right here? All right, so those 2 gray ones were here, but with big spaces like this. So I moved them, I took them out, I moved them, put a big board here in between. This one is from a different palette. This one is a gray one that I inverted. So you get the point, right? I'm doing kind of like a mishmash of different boards. And that allows me to have a pattern, sorta, and fill in where I need to fill. Okay, I think it's time for lunch for me. I'm gonna go and prepare lunch and tackle this one over there. So here's my update, because it's 6:30 and I'm exhausted and I have to go to the supermarket. I finished 2 rows, 1 row here and 1 row here. It's almost difficult to find out where the rows start or finish, so this is it. Sturdy, pretty much filled in all the gaps, measured, cut, ripped a few boards. I think I have a few that I need to take out, like this one right here with that little knot that popped. I need to probably replace it. And then once in a while I have like really, really thin ones that I put in between when I find that the gap is too much. But otherwise, this is what it looks like. So now, after debating for a while as to whether I should put the paint that's kind of like rubberized on it, I think I'm just going to stain it. You know, like an exterior stain that repels water. That would be pretty cool. And just so you can see it from the deck, this is what it looks like so far. I'm liking it. Alright, so I'm sorry this was a short video and I didn't get to finish it today. It was just too hot, and it takes about I'd say 90 minutes to do 1 pallet. Literally 90 minutes. So I have 15 of them, you can imagine. So I'm not going to do anything tomorrow. I need to rest a little bit and study. I'll be back Tuesday. I'll probably finish the other row and then I'll stain it. So after that, there'll be probably another video where I do the lettuce bed, and then I put up, you know, whatever garden items I need to put up on the deck, like the chairs and probably an umbrella, and maybe get some planters, things like this. Okay, all right, so give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, subscribe if you're new, and I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye.